to you from my living room in Vancouver, Canada. So welcome. Today is Thursday, October 22nd, 2020, and this is video number 79. It's been a week since I updated you on my last podcast, so I thought I'd jump in here real quick to talk about some visits that I've made to my local yarn craft store, Michael's, down here in Vancouver. It takes me about 15 minutes to walk there, and I call it my yarn therapy sessions. I try and get there at least twice a week to do my squishy therapy, and I look at whatever's on sale and what's new in their shelves. So I try and make good use of all of their coupons, their sale promotions like buy two, get one for free, or their clearance shelves. So I'm going to showcase what I've purchased over a number of visits to my Michael. Sometimes I don't buy anything, but I do have my satisfaction from squishing, and then I come home. I'm good for the next couple of days. I'm not really a fabulous shopper by any stretch of the imagination. I hate grocery shopping. I hate shopping for clothes. I generally hate looking for new shoes or whatever. After 20 minutes, I get exhausted. But when there's yarn concerned, I can go for hours. I'm online. I could try price point checking between different sites. I'll spend hours doing that, or I'll be in Michael's just, looking and revisiting yarn that I've seen for a few times over, or the new yarn that comes into Michael's. I absolutely love it. This video is not affiliated or sponsored by any of the product that I'm going to be showcasing, so you are getting my honest opinion on all of these purchases and acquisitions. I also have some great happy mail to share with you. So Kim from Affordably Crafty sent me a text a while back. I'm going to say maybe 2 weeks ago. She texted me on one of the video comments, and she said, I sent you a box. We had no arrangement. It was just out of her kindness. She thought of me when she saw some yarn, and she sent me a box of yarn and other goodies that I gotta show you. So really appreciated. I loved everything inside of the box. I opened it up about a week ago when it arrived, and Kim, thank you so much. Well thought gifts for sure, and I'm going to be sharing some intentions on what I'm using the yarn, and she's put some books in there as well that I want to share with you. So if you're very first time here to Urban Yarn and checking out the channel, hi, my name's Gary and I'm the host. And I also want to just let you know that this channel has been set up to talk about my yarn adventures. So that's knit, crochet, a little bit of hand dyeing, and in this particular episode, it will be acquisitions and a little bit of happy mail. So if that kind of stuff is of interest to you, please give me a thumbs up and think about subscribing by hitting the subscribe button down below to join us amongst our fiber community here. I'd love to have you, and I'd love to have you amongst the friends that are here, and yeah, for all the yarny friends who have returned, thank you for coming back. Welcome back. I hope everyone is doing well. Let's jump into the podcast. I have to just stop this to blow my nose. Okay, I'm back. I had a sneeze coming on and I could just feel it. I didn't want to have that recorded on the video. So yeah, let's jump into the podcast and some of the purchases that I've made from my Michael's store. A few videos back, I'm going to say maybe even 2 months ago, I had purchased for the very first time Craft Smart, which is I believe it's sold only in Michael's, maybe, I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong. And it is the Craft Smart variety of yarn. They have a series of different yarns in their collections. They have a tweed variety, solid stripes, and I think they even have a pooling variety as well. So the very first time that I saw this yarn 2 months ago, I purchased a couple of tweed and also 1 or 2 solid colors just to try the yarn out. And it was super soft. I was very impressed on the amount of yarn that you get for the price point. So $3.99 per hank, and a couple of times when I first saw them, they had it on discount to begin with. So they were selling them for just under $3, so it was almost $1 off. And then this time around when I went, I used a buy two, get one free, and I picked up this beautiful mustard color. That's the colorway. It's called mustard, and it has flex because it's the tweed variety of the Craftsmart. And what we have here is 252 yards, which is 231 meters, and it's 141 grams. That's the details there. It is a medium 4-weight yarn, and they are suggesting to use 5.5 millimeter crochet hook or knitting needles, and they are suggesting to wash in cold water and tumble dry on a low temperature. It is yarn that is manufactured in Turkey, and it is 97% acrylic and 3% viscose, which I think is the flex. These flex are kind of like a chocolatey brown and a little bit of a beige color, and I like them because they stand out as well in the background. The base of this color is mustard, and then the flecks are of a high contrast, so you get to see them, which is a lovely treat. What else can I tell you about this yarn? I think that's it. Really, really soft. I heard around the traps as well that Craftsmart has gone through a series of different, I'm going to call them editions of their makeup of their yarn. And earlier versions apparently had been quite a rough and sandpaperish type of yarn, needing to be washed to soften up. But the new kind of variety here, and I've got 3 collections, are all equally soft, and I've got one that's even softer than this in their collection as well, which I'll showcase in a little bit. But I got 2 of these, $3.99, and it was buy 2 get 1 for free, so it equated to $6. Sorry, I don't know how much it equated to. Everyone will have to get their calculators out to figure that one out, but 33% discount off of each skein virtually. So yeah, got those 2 colors there. Really, really lovely. And I also got it in this one here, which is in their colorway navy. And the flecks in this one are a different color variety. So we've got oranges, there's a little bit of that taupey beige color, a lighter blue, like an electric blue. So really nice. They stand out as well with that background being navy blue. Quite lovely. And I got it in cranberry as well. Really rich colors. Love those, love those. And this one has specks again in like a tan brown. I'm going to say it looks to be a little bit more of a purpley fleck, and also some of the chocolate brown is in this one as well. So almost to a black. Really, really soft. And the finish on the yarn is kind of a matte color, so there's no shine to it at all. It's quite mattish, and it has a halo to it. The twist looks really nice and tight. I would say maybe a mid-range twist, so it's not too loose. So that will help preventing in splitting, and will hold up with frogging quite nicely as well, because it doesn't have much of a halo to it. So really nice yarns. I also got it in a solid, and the solid one here has the label Craftsmart Value, and you get more yardage in the solid color than you do in the tweed. I don't know why they do that, but it happens to be the case for many of the yarn varieties out there that you can choose. They always tend to cut short on the tweed or the stripes or the variegated, and then with the solids they give you more. So I guess that's a production quality factor of time it takes to maybe run those yarns through extra processing. So yeah, again, it's a 4-weight. All of these yarns that I'm showcasing in the Craftsmart are 4-weight yarns, and it is 5.5 set of knitting needles, 5.5 crochet hook again, easy care instructions of machine washing cold on a gentle cycle and tumble dry low temperature. And this one is 100% acrylic. It is made in Turkey as the other ones as well. And the yardage, because you get more, let's take a look at the yardage. So that is 300, I'm going to read this backward, 354 yards or 324 meters. So 198 grams. So you do get quite a significant amount of extra yard in the solid color as opposed to the tweed. Really nice and soft. It's in the colorway clay. So it's like this orangey, burnt orangey rust brown. And when I read this colorway, I was thinking, I'm a potter. When the pandemic was not around, I used to go down to my community center, and I'm a member down there, and I do pottery. So I've been doing pottery for about 5 years. This year, 2020, since March, it's been closed and locked up because of, I guess, the pandemic. Everyone knows things aren't operating as normal. So I hear through the grapevine that we are approaching our stage 4, which is more of opening up the community centers, places where people can gather. And I'm not sure whether it's going to be the end of this year or the start of next year, but they're going to be having to look at some factors involving number of cases with, I guess, the virus. And if we are on track of continuing the way we are, the pottery studio might reopen again, and I am going to say I'm going to be living every moment that I can down there because I miss it so much. Sorry, I'm getting off on a tangent here, but beautiful, beautiful color. The last variety that I picked up was the Craft Smart, and it's their value stripe. And I got this one in the colorway Merlot. I watched one of my YouTuber friends out there, Pamela. Hi, Pamela. She has a YouTube station or channel called Pamela's Crochet and Knit Corner. And she purchased this one as well and made a beautiful hat. I absolutely love the hat that she did of this. So when I saw this colorway, I recalled that video that I watched, and I wanted to buy a skein of it as well. Now, it is a variegated striping yarn, but what's interesting about this collection of stripes is that it feels softer than the other solid and the tweed variety. And I don't know whether that's because it's been hanked up or twisted in this skein or wound up in this skein looser, but when you squish it, it feels more soft. It also has a little bit of a sheen to the finish, whereas the other ones have a matte finish. So that you get a bit of reflection there off of the light. And the dye of this is different as well. So the dye actually allows you to see some of the base underneath of the natural yarn. And it is still 100% acrylic. You do get a smaller amount than the skein that's the solid. So let's take a look at the yardage here. 215 yards or 197 meters. And it's 120 grams. So really, really soft, a little bit of a sheen to it, and it knits up with stripes. So Pamela did an amazing job with that hat. Love that hat. So those were my Smart Craft purchases using the buy two, get one free. And they were $3.99 each without the discount. Love those, love those. The other thing that I got was another bobbin. It was from Premier. It's the anti-peeling everyday bobbin. And this was on the clearance shelf. Regularly it's $14.99, but on the clearance they were selling it for $5.99. So what is that, like a savings of maybe, I'm gonna say maybe close to 60% savings. And it is in the colorway lime green. Now I'll give you the stats of the yarn collectively. So all 3 skeins will be in the stats that I'm going to give you. So it's 543 yards or 498 meters, 9 ounces or 255 grams. It is a product that is made in, this is always the hardest thing to find. I'm going to say Turkey. But if I'm incorrect, I'll correct myself in my show notes. It is 4-weight yarn, and they are saying you can machine wash and tumble dry this. And I think that's all that I can tell you. Yeah, it doesn't have where it's made. Maybe it's on the bottom. Distributed by Premier. Made in Turkey. So yeah, it's, see how it's like all the information is on this side of the bobbin, but then just on this side they give you other details. So it has 3 separate balls of yarn that are, I guess, wound onto this bobbin. So the solid color here at the top and another solid color here at the bottom, and then in the center it variegates and plays the 2 colors together in a mild form of twist. So really like that. I'm loving the idea of making sweaters, and I have a feeling that this bobbin probably wouldn't even complete the whole sweater unless it's a very small child. The last and final thing in this purchase before I move on to talk about my Happy Mail has been one of the other YouTubers out there who has been showcasing these in her videos and influenced me to buy them was Heather from the Crochet Witch. Hi Heather, who just hit 1,000 in her subbies, so congratulations on that too. Are these things here? It is the eco-friendly yarn from Loops and Threads, which is the house brand from Michaels. Now this one I had bought on sale as well. I believe the first visit I did was 30% off Loops and Threads, and then there was another sale, buy 2 get 1 free, which I also bought a few more. So this one here is a speckle color, and it's probably my favorite out of the bunch. It's called Lapis Blue, like the, I guess it's like the gemstone lapis lazuli. So Lapis Blue, and it has amazing flecks in it of, I'm going to say that they're yellowish brown and kind of a burgundy. I think it's like a burgundy color and some grays. So they've got like a great way of showcasing the speckles, because it's quite a big contrast between the actual yarn color and the flecks. So I love that a lot, and I got it in this color as well, which is called light gray flecked. So this is lapis blue flecked and light gray flecked. So let me tell you a bit about this yarn here. It is 145 yards or 133 meters, 150 grams, and it is a product made in Turkey. The content of it is 94% recycled polyester and 4% acrylic. It is a 5 bulky. They say to hand wash and lay flat to dry. They're suggesting it looks to me like it's 8mm set of knitting needles, but it could be a 6. And the crochet hook is 6.5mm crochet hook. The reason why it looks to me that it should be a 6mm set of knitting needles is because generally when, from my experience reading the label's suggestion, is that the knitting needle sizes are generally smaller than the crochet hook size. So I'm going to say it should be 6mm suggested knitting needles. There is a little bit of a draw card here, message saying that it's made from recyclable plastic or recycled plastic, which is a great added bonus as well. So I got it in a few colors. This light gray speck, this Lapis Blue speck, or flecked I should say. This one is the Navy Blue flecked. And that also has great definition of all the different flecks that are in it. Yellow, like a terracotta red. There's even like a little bluish hue down there, a fleck. And I got it in this color here, which is, it's called terracotta flecked. And I got 2 of those. And the last one was a solid. Because I love mustard, I got mustard. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at these. Oh my God, is that a thumbnail or what? Love these. So, this is what I'm thinking of doing with all these beautiful bright colors. And now when I say bright, they're rich. They're rich, bright colors. And that's kind of my color palette. Is when I was growing up, my family lived very close to a race course, like a horse race course. And in Melbourne, I don't know whether everyone knows this, but Melbourne has one of the most renowned, popular horse racing events in the globe. And people come from around the world with their horses that they've bred for racing. And people from Ireland or Scotland, or even places like in Asia where they have big horse culture like Mongolia, will raise their horses to race in events like the Melbourne Cup. So my father used to take us kids and family down to the horse racing track, and they would have the promenade section where they would walk the horses before each race. And I absolutely loved seeing all the beautiful colors, and horses are beautiful. They're like one of my favorite animals. But the colors would be in the jockey jerseys that I loved. So heavy, heavy graphic prints. I'll just showcase a little graphic treat here of, I did a search, and just to give an idea of the types of big graphic prints that can happen with the jerseys that the horse jockeys would wear. So I'm thinking of designing a range of chest and back wear where I could use big graphic prints. Now, those types of graphic prints are also on shields, like family crests or family shields. They also can be found in flags, like nautical flags, where they raise the flags and they have messages. So those kind of prints are what I'm thinking of doing on jumpers or sweaters. Cardigans would be interesting as well, or even scarves. So I'm going to be looking into using some of this yarn for those ideas. I guess I didn't tell you the price of this one here. So the price of this on the shelf before the discount or anything was was it $9.99, so I'd say $10 per skein. But I had bought them for buy 2 get 1 for free, and that means that they came down to $6.99, so almost $7 per skein. This one here was on the discount shelf for $5.99, I think, and originally they were for $14.99. So I'm just jumping in here real quick in between my first part of the podcast and before I showcase the Affordably Crafty's Happy Mail, just to say that I have not heard from the winner of the mystery yarn. So she's coming quite close to forfeiting the prize. I did indicate that I would leave it open for contacting me up until this Sunday, which is October 25th, 2020. But if that time shall pass and I don't hear from the winner, then I'm going to be drawing the winner of the next, redrawing it for the winner of the mystery yarn in my next podcast. So just an update, if you are the winner, got to reach out to me. My email address is urbanyarn101@gmail.com. And now I'll get you back to the Happy Mail. So I had to do a little bit of rearranging here on my little workbench so that I could showcase the beautiful happy mail that I received from Kim at Affordably Crafty. So here is the box here. I cracked it open, as I mentioned, gone through it all. It's quite a huge, huge box. Oh my God. So let's begin with the card. Look at this beautiful, fun llama card here. I love that. Thank you, Kim. I read the message and it's directed to me, but I can read it and share it. It's nothing too personal. So some squishies that are calling your name during Hobby Lobby's clearance, plus some other goodies. Thank you for being such a calm and positive part of the Yarny community. Hugs. Have a creative day. Kim, Affordably Crafty. Thank you so much, Kim. I love all of the well thought out gifts that you have put in this box and shared it with me. I'm absolutely, absolutely thrilled. Let's start with the mug. So it's a coffee mug and it's called 1 Coffee, 2 Yarn, 3 Speak, in that order. Now I'm a happy person when I wake up, so I'm very conscientious of those people who do need some time to have a coffee, to have some quiet time and make start of their, I guess, their mental faculties and their day. So I do give people space on sort of gearing up at the start of each morning. I also got a cup cozy with a brilliant positive message. When it's raining, look for rainbows. Love that. And a little bit of a post note here. Gary, this made me think of Crystal, Bag O' Day, and thought it would make you smile, which is me. And I am smiling. I love that very positive message for sure. I have 2 coasters here, and each has the message, yarn is a journey. Enjoy every moment. Oh, life is a journey. Enjoy every moment. So I'm reading it backwards. It looks like a Y. Love those. So Harvey and I can both have one each. I got a collection of the pull, what are they, patterns, pull patterns that you get from Michael's shelves, and they're free for when you're shopping. You can, there seems to be maybe around a lot, I can say about 20 of these in the little pile. Thank you for that. I've got a little book here with the inscription, #YarnLife. Ooh, it's really shiny. Look at that. So each page is dotted with grid formation, so they're not lines, and I can use these dots for color inspiration and doing design. So love that, especially when I'm thinking about doing those horse jockey jerseys and those big bold graphic colors. I got a few books here. Oh, she knows I love Noro. So Knit Noro book here, and you can see that I've tagged a few already that I'm going to quickly run through in just a moment. And this one here is Knitting Architecture. Oh, showing you the back. There we go. And this one here called New American Knit. So lots of knitting, which I love. Love knitting, and I love crochet as well. So now for the yarny goodness. I think I have some more like, I guess, novelty and products down below. But the yarn, we want to see the yarn. So here we go. We have the yarn. Oh my goodness. We have 6 skeins of this Hobby Lobby yarn, and it's called, let's have a look, Soft Illusion Super Bulky Naturals. So in each skein there are 4 ounces or 87 yards. What can I tell you about the suggested knitting needle size is, I want to say 8 millimeters. Which way do I read it? 8 millimeters and 9 millimeter crochet hook. It is 65% acrylic and 35% polyamide, and it feels soft, like caramel latte. So let's take a look at the yarn. Oh, I didn't tell you, it's made in Turkey and the colorway is called Naturals or number 40. The washing instructions are hand wash and maybe lay flat to dry, I guess, just to be on the safe side. But I'm gonna get one that has one pulled out already. There we go. This one here. No, this one here. No, this one here. Oh, where are you? There. So it has a ivory or off-white cream, I'm gonna say off-white cream thread. That is the majority of the yarn, and then spun around that is like a latte lash soft fiber base, which is kind of gradating between blacks and browns, going into more of the brown color here. It's really, really soft. So I was thinking I have enough here to do maybe a sweater, and I'm going to elect to choose and pair it and do one row of each of this yarn, and then a pairing yarn with it that will extend it to make an outer shell garment, maybe a jacket or a coat that goes over a pullover already. So it'll be an extra layer of clothing. I just think it's so beautiful. You could wear this against your skin, no undergarments required. So their ball band here is suggesting to make a cap and a scarf out of it, or a beanie and scarf. But I think I'm gonna pair it with some other yarn and do an outer shell jacket. Oh my God, I have just so much in here. So I have 1, 2, 3 of these, and 2 look to be in the same colorway, and 1 is more of a smoky grays and black colorway. So this is, what is it called? It is called Feeling Gradient from Yarn Bee. It is 100% it is 77 acrylic and 23 polyamide. It feels soft, but there is some resistance there on I guess the yarn, so it's quite fuzzy, and it has a main thread which is probably, I'm going to say it's a lace weight thread, but then all this fuzz that's spun around it or blown onto it makes it a different category altogether. And you would have to watch your tension on this one, because if you were going to frog that back, it's going to get caught up on itself. So it has a felted look to it. And if you pair it with a needle size or a hook size, you might get that felted look that hasn't gone through the process of felting. So if that makes any sense. Now, in this cake, you get 5.3 ounces, or it is 590 yards. So that's quite a lot of yardage in that. They are considering it a lightweight 3. You can machine wash this on a cold or tumble dry. I believe it's tumble dry. It has the cross through it, so you must have to lay this flat to dry. Suggesting 4.5 millimeter crochet hook or knitting needles. It is a product, I believe, made in Turkey. Just going to clear that. Yes, made in Turkey. And the name of this particular colorway is called Onyx. And I'm just going to check the colorway of this one. Yes. It's called Oh My Onyx 08. Oh My Onyx. Slight difference there in the center. So I guess it's just the way it's been caked up, that the browns are more closer to the center, and then in the second cake the browns are more to the outside of the cake. And then this one here is a different colorway. It's called Black Sapphire 01. I love those. they're so cool. I've never had these before and never used them, so I'm very, very eager to jump in there and use them. Ooh, I got one Scrubby. Scrubology Scrub It. Fire Red. So this is used, I guess, for wash up. Like if you're washing dishes, you can crochet or knit a pad in this, and it creates some resistance or some friction to abrase all your dishes or your pots when you're cleaning them. So the colorway is called Fire Red or 02. It is made in China. They are suggesting you can wash this in cool water, lay flat to dry. It's 100% nylon. It is a 5 bulky and suggesting knitting needles of 6mm or a crochet hook of 6mm. And in this skein you get 3 ounces, which gives you 79 yards. So that's it. It's got a bit of sparkle to it too. Never had this either. So it's all fun. Okay, so now I have in here as well sheepjes, which is a Dutch. Oh my god, how many are there? Ooh, okay, I have almost, I think we have almost 5 skeins of this, one being caked up already, of the sheepjes, and it's called Our Tribe, the collection, Premium Blend. I'll just show you the label there. The colorway is Lila Bjorn. Lila Bjorn. And if you need the color number, it's 969. Love it, love it. Look at it. It's got beautiful colors meld together, and it must go through a series of gradients. What else can I tell you about this yarn? It's 100 grams, which gives you 420 meters. They're suggesting a 2.5 to 3mm knitting needles or crochet hook. And it is consisted of 70 merino superwash and 30 polyamide. What else can I tell you about it? It's really lovely. The I guess the weight to me looks more like a 3-weight yarn, and it's kind of roving, so it does go from thick to thin. So there might be places of it being a 2-weight sport or 2-weight or a sport weight yarn to a 3 lightweight yarn. And the washing instructions, they say you can machine wash this on warm and lay flat to dry. It is a product, I believe I said it was made in Holland, or the Netherlands, but it might be manufactured somewhere else. No, it doesn't say where it's manufactured, but love this yarn. It does feel like there's wool in there, but it's not itchy at all. It's really soft, and you could wear a scarf out of this for sure with no undergarments required. I love the colorway. It's kind of a smoky gray, and it has more of the cooler factor in it, cooler grays. And yeah, it's lovely. I love the way it's kind of a little muted. So it will be considered more of a neutral tone to put with your existing wardrobe. So it would go with a lot of things. Love that so much. Thank you, thank you. I have 2 hanks in here, and I have never heard of this yarn before. It is called, I want to say Koizhu Wool Design. And Koizhu, I don't know, Koizhu, KPP, what's that letter? KPPPM? I don't know what that is. It is hand washed, lay flat to dry, using 3mm set of knitting needles. I don't know what kind of crochet hook you would use with that, maybe a 3.75 or a 4mm crochet hook. And it's called, it says it's hand painted Each die lot is original. Die code hashtag or number has some color used. Has same colors used. I get it. And it's also in a different language. What else can I tell you about this? So this one here, the die color number is 324. Oh, it's made in Canada. I've never heard of this before. Has anyone heard of the K? Was it K-Pew? Keiju or Koju? I've never heard of that before. So I'm interested now to find out more about it. So that's one colorway. I love them. Look at that. It's hand dyed. And this one here, pastel-y tonal, goes through the variants of looks like a blue greenish color. Love those, and they're super soft. I think there's wool in here. It doesn't really give me a breakdown of what it is. Oh yeah, it does. 100% merino wool, and it's a 50 grand skein, which gives you 175 yards or 160 meters. Love those. I will definitely use those for sure. What else do we have? We have fun socks in here. I laughed when I read this. Don't just stand there. It's on one foot or the underfoot. Weave in my ends. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Awesome. I'm going to be wearing those in the next podcast. And this one here is my first loom. So I've never done looming. This one, I guess, is more for a scarf size loom. It's only around, I would say, 4 inches in height. So it looks like you could do an 8-inch scarf around, or if you want to do a tube, you can do a tube as well. Maybe that could be a sloppy sock or something. I'm not too sure. But I don't know. I'm going to have to look into looming because I don't know the technique of looming. So that is it. The box is done. And I just want to say again, thank you so much, Kim. I absolutely enjoy and loved all of this yarn and all of the goodies that you have packed in there. I know that they were really, really well thought out. And I don't think I'm going to have time to go into each of the knitted items that I tagged, but I will present that in another, I'm going to call it the Make 9 card. I'm going to talk about the Make 9 cards and what I'm thinking of doing for a year long of my thought process in achieving goals in projects. And some of the tags that I've got in the books are potentially going to make the Make 9. So I'm just evaluating a few of those now, and I will showcase them in the next video or a future video, depending on what comes first. Bye for now.